So starting out, let's just come to the center of the mat. You can face the front, you can face the side, doesn't really matter which. Just make sure you can see. Feet can be close together, they can be hip-width distance apart, they can be touching. It's really just up to you and what you're feeling today. Soft knees, you can give it a little rock back and forth for a second. And just find that middle balanced point. Spread the toes out, feel them press down into the floor, feeling all four corners of both feet pressing down. Keep your knees soft. There's no reason to lock them. Draw the belly in, lengthen the tailbone towards the floor. Feel your ribs lift just a little bit. We're lengthening up, but not being super rigid. Let your heart lift up. Let your shoulders melt down. Arms can just hang by the side. Give a little wiggle if you want. You can even turn the palms to face forward. Chin is level, face is soft, reaching up through the crown of the head. If you want to close your eyes here, you are welcome to, but it will affect your balance, so it's up to you. Take a deep breath in through the nose if you can. Big breath out of the mouth. Bringing your awareness into the space. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Again, like that. Inhale. Exhale. On your next breath, circle the arms all the way up. Palms can touch overhead. Maybe the eyes go up. And exhale, float the arms back down. Maybe the wrists cross in front. Inhale, reach. Exhale, float. Inhale, reach. This time, let the left hand capture the right wrist. Lengthen up towards the ceiling first, and then start to reach up and over towards the left. So we're getting a stretch down the side body. Notice as you start to reach up and over, the weight might shift into the left foot. See if you can bring it back to center, or maybe even press it over to the right. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale it back to center. Exhale, float it down. Inhale, reach all the way up. Right hand captures left wrist, reaching up and across to the right. Checking in with where the weight is in the feet. Maybe pushing it over towards the left, lengthening up and over as high as you can. Big breath. Inhale it back to center. Exhale, float it down. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, draw the hands to the heart. Holding here. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, release the arms down and circle up. Exhale, float the arms down and just bring them to the hips or to the waist or whatever helps you keep your hips level. We're going to gently step the feet out wide. Little hip circles to start out. We'll press the hips over to the right, push the hips back to the left. Think moving in slow motion. Go forward, side, back, side, around. Working through the entirety of the hip sockets. And reverse it. We go left, back, right, forward, around. Nice and slow. One more time. Bring it back to center. Make sure the knees are soft. You can release the arms down. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, take the arms wide and dive forward. Soften the knees as much as you need to, bringing the hands to the floor. Let the head hang down. You can keep the knees bent very generously, or you can try to work them towards straight. You can even kind of bounce between a little bit, working into the hamstrings. Grab your blocks to place under your hands if you need to. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, press into the hands, maybe even come up to the fingertips. If your hands are grumpy at all today, I'd say keep the palm or even the fist down on the floor. We're going to bring the left hand into the center and take a big breath in, reach the right hand up. Exhale, thread the needle, and we're just going to hold it there for a second. Inhale, reaching up. So we're getting some movement in the spine. Exhale, thread the needle all the way down to the top of the pelvis, all the way up to the base of the skull. Inhale, reach up. Last time. Exhale, thread the needle. And then replace the left hand with the right. Inhale, take the left arm up. Big breath in. Exhale, thread the needle as far as you can. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach through. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach through. Release the left hand down to the floor, and you can just bend one knee and bend the other, kind of sliding the hips from side to side. You might inhale one direction, exhale in the other. The weather is definitely affecting my joints. I wish you guys could hear it. I sound like popcorn popping right now. Melt it back to center when you're ready. And then just relax the upper body down as far as it'll go. Now here you can keep your hands under your face if that is where you feel the most stable. You can reach the hands to the outside edges of the feet, trying to get a hold of the heels. Or you can even just reach the arms out wide, keeping the fingertips on the floor. Just whatever feels right for you today. Just imagine a waterfall coming from the sacrum all the way over the top of the head. Your spine is elongating towards the floor. Release the hands back to under your face if you need to. And we're going to inhale, halfway lift. Bend the knees nice and deep. You can bring the hands up to the hips or just reach them wide to stand up. Nice and slow. Relax the hands down. Give everything a little shake. And let's come up towards the top of the mat. See if you can maybe bring your big toes towards one another so your feet aren't quite as wide. If you don't feel stable enough to do that today, that's totally fine. Bring the feet hip-width distance. Take a deep breath in, scoop the arms all the way up. Big exhale, dive it down. Fingertips come to the floor. Big breath in, hands to shins, halfway lift. Big breath out, fold. Step the right foot back. Just lower the knee down to the floor, untuck the toes. Grab those blocks if you need them. Let the right hip pull forward and down. The left hip is actually pulling up and back, helping to keep everything square. Inhale, release the stretch. Just find a neutral position. And exhale, melt it forward. Now, as you melt forward, if your knee is coming out over your toes, I want you to ooch and scooch your foot forward until your knee is stacked over your heel. Inhale, bring it back. And exhale, soften it forward. One more time, inhale, bring it back. Exhale, soften it forward. Come up to the fingertips. You can even walk the hands up to the thigh, lifting up. Deep breath in, we'll reach the arms up. Nice little crescent lunge here. Take a big breath in, keep the length in the spine, keep the length in the arms, and start to shift the hips back. Let the left toes lift up, straightening the left leg, and float the fingers to the floor. Your hips are going back in space, not down towards the floor. You can almost imagine like you're trying to drag your left heel back towards you. Slowly, we will walk it all forward again into that lunge. Tuck the back toes, lifting up the knee, and just take a couple of little hops. Doesn't have to be all at once, so you can bring the feet together again. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Bend the knees nice and deep. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, draw the hands through the heart center and down by your sides. Inhale, reaching all the way up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Strong flat back. Exhale, fold. Picking up the left foot this time, we step it back. Lower the knee to the floor, untuck the toes. Adjust your right foot however much you need to keep the knee stacked over the heel. Let's inhale, bring the weight back just enough to release the stretch. And exhale, draw it forward. Left hip is rolling forward and down. Inhale, releasing it back. And exhale, bring it forward. One more time, inhale, bring it back. Exhale, forward. Coming up onto the fingertips, lengthening through the spine, or you can even walk your hands up to the thigh. Inhale, reach the arms up, opening through the heart space, lengthening all the way up through the fingertips. I find it helps to wiggle the fingers. Go, oh yeah, there they are. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, we start to shift the hips back. We start to bow forward. Fingertips come down. Folding over the leg. Drawing the right heel back, but keeping it grounded into your mat. Really, really wonderful stretch on the hamstring. Inhale, we bring it forward. Tucking the back toes, lifting the knee. Couple of little hops. Gets it all the way up to the... Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, bend the knees nice and deep. Circle the arms all the way up. Exhale, draw the hands down. Release them by your sides. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, fold. Almost like you're moving through water. That's how gentle and slow you're going. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Picking up the right foot, we'll step it back again, finding that lunge position. Walk the hands up to the thigh and allow the weight to shift back just a little bit. So you're not as far forward as you can go here. Your weight is shifting back. Hang on a second, stay right there. I don't know why this is having issues. I don't like it. So hands are on the thigh, and we're bringing the weight back a little bit. And I want you to think about tucking the tailbone under until you feel a stretch in the front of your right leg. Once you have that, you can slide your left hand out to the top of the knee and maybe reach your right arm forward, creating almost a C shape through your body. You can release that, let the sit bones reach back a little bit, and then exhale. Think about trying to curl your tailbone up towards your left heel. Big stretch on the front of the right thigh. Releasing it. And then reaching the hands down, coming into the stretch. Tuck the toes, lift it up. Chops. You can take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, however many. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees nice and deep. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms. Exhale, draw them through the heart center. Release them by your sides. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Picking up the left foot. And you can also kind of reverse that. If you need to take a couple of steps back in order to get the knee down, that's fine. It doesn't have to be one big step. Finding that stretch. And then coming up, hands on the thigh. Backing out of the stretch just a little bit, and then start to find that curled position. So you should feel a big stretch in your quad as you're trying to tuck the tailbone under. Sliding the right hand out to the top of the right knee, maybe reaching the left arm up, and think about rounding the upper body back. Inhale, we'll release that for a second, and exhale, curve. It's like a really awkward cat-cow sort of position. Inhale. That's the kind of movement we're looking for here. Exhale. Inhale, release it. And exhale, we'll bring the hands back down. Tucking the back toes, lift the back knee. Take those little hops all the way up. You can also do one big step there if that's where you are today. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bending the knees nice and deep. Inhale, circle the arms all the way up. Exhale, draw the hands through the heart center, releasing them down by your side. Inhale, and exhale, fold. Halfway lift, strong flat back. Slowly step the right foot back. Lower the knee down, finding your lunge. And then maybe walking the hands up to the thigh or just slowly reaching up. Exhale, draw the hands to the heart. Now here, you have a couple of options. You can either bring the elbow to the outside of the knee to start to find a twist. You can reach down with the hand and start to find a twist so you're not bending forward as much. Or you can even work the elbow down past the knee so you are seriously folded and twisted. It's really just where you are today. Elbow or hand to the knee. Trying to look over the left shoulder. Take it only as far as it feels good. And then maybe melt the hips forward a tiny bit more. Deep breath in. If you wobble, if you fall, just get right back in. Deep breath out. Slowly we unwind. And release the hands down. Tuck the back toes. Bring the foot up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees nice and deep. Inhale, circle the arms. Exhale, draw it down. Release the hands down. Inhale. Exhale, dive. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Stepping the left foot back, finding your lunge. Maybe walking the hands up to the thigh, maybe just reaching up, big inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. Your version here, we twist. Elbow or hand to the outside of the knee, trying to look over the right shoulder. Find your breath. Wobbling is okay. Falling out of it is okay. Just getting right back into it. One last big breath in. Big breath out. We slowly unwind and bring the hands down. Tuck the back toes. Lift the knee. Little hops. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Nice and deep. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to the heart. Release them down. Inhale, up. Exhale. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step the right foot back just down to the knee. Left foot follows. Taking the knees wide, sit the hips back, child's pose. And there was much rejoicing. Take a few deep breaths here. Stretching the arms forward, pressing the hips back, maybe rolling the forehead side to side on your mat, if it feels good. And then we can walk the hands. Meet me in tabletop. Palms are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips, pushing the floor away. Big breath in, heart lifts forward, eyes go forward, sit bones go up. Exhale, around the spine. Inhale. And exhale. Again, inhale, finding your cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Meet me back in a neutral tabletop position. You can just sway side if that feels good. All right, from here, nice and strong, press the floor away, take the right arm, stretch it all the way up, and slowly thread the needle onto the shoulder, to the side of the head. Grab that block to modify if you need to. Place it under the shoulder and the head. You can slide the left fingers along the floor until the arm is straight out overhead. Big breath in. Now, if you want, you can even press the hips towards the right a little bit, deepening the stretch. If that doesn't feel good, just keep them centered, keep them balanced. Work the left hand in underneath the shoulder, press into the palm, reach the right hand all the way back up for the ceiling. And then we'll release it down. Second side, reach. Left arm stretches up, reaching up high. And then slowly thread the needle. Down to the shoulder, down to the side of the head. Settling in here, maybe reaching out through the right arm, lengthening all the way out. You can play around with pushing the hips towards the left, getting a deeper stretch, or just keep them centered. Oh. Working the right hand back in, press into the palm. Left arm flies back up and down to the floor. Walk the knees in together and sit back on the heels. I'm just sitting up nice and tall here for a second. If this bothers your feet, you have a couple of options. You can tuck the toes if that works better. You can grab a block and put it between your heels and sit all of your weight on that instead. Or if you need to, just bring your legs around into a comfortable seat. From here, we're going to sweep the arms forward and up. As you exhale, draw the elbows down and back, cactus arms. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, sweep the arms down, bow the head. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, draw the elbows down and back, open up. Inhale, sweep the arms down and back, bow the head. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, open the chest. Inhale, stretch up. This time, if you want, as you exhale and sweep the arms back, bring the forehead down. And then reach it back up as you inhale. Exhale, open. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Inhale, stretch all the way up. And just let the arms float down. Hanging out here for a second, see how you feel. And gently bring the legs around, coming to sit. If you're not already in a comfortable seat, you can just bring the legs around for a comfortable seat, sitting up nice and tall. Shake it all off. Take the right hand behind, left hand across. Gentle twist, looking over the right shoulder. Make sure as you're twisting, we're not hunching back or rounding in the spine. Everything's nice and long, lengthening and looking. Slowly melt it back to center. Take the left hand behind, right hand across. Lengthening up with each inhale, maybe twisting just the tiniest bit more each exhale. And melt it back to center. You can walk the hands forward, let the head hang down. Just a quick forward fold here. And you can play around with moving the ribs forward and back. Just a little bit of delightful movement in the body. Walking the hands in, sitting up nice and tall. Beautiful. All right, bringing the bottom of the feet together, but that is just to find your alignment to take the right leg long. So your left foot should be towards the inner thigh, towards the inside edge of the knee. Right leg is extended, toes are flexing. I'm going to take a big breath in, reach the arms up. Big breath out and around over the right leg. Hands can come to the floor, to the leg, to the foot, to the calf, and comfortably reach. And as you're here, notice if your left shoulder is hiking up. See if you can level it out. And that might mean bringing things towards the inside edge of the leg. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. While we're here, I want you to look forward, find your toes. And as you exhale, tuck the chin into the chest. Inhale, look forward and find your toes. Exhale, tuck the chin. One more time. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, tuck the chin. Releasing the hands, slowly walk yourself back up, nice and tall. Take the right hand to your left knee. Shoulders are open out so they're in line with the right leg. Taking the left arm up, and we'll slowly start to reach in the vague general direction of your right toes. Now here, notice if pushing forward, we want to open it out. You can even turn the palm to face the ceiling to kind of help you find that openness. And go only as far as feels right for you. If you're up here and that's a great stretch for you, wonderful. Don't overdo it. Big breath in, feel the stretch down the side body as you inhale. Big out, soften into the stretch. Let the left arm guide you all the way back up. Switching sides here, bring the right foot to meet the left. Take the left leg forward, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, we reach. Exhale, melt over the leg. Hands to the floor, to the leg, to the foot, just wherever. Your nose is vaguely pointed towards your knee. Nice deep breaths. Bringing your eyes up towards your toes. And exhale, tuck the chin. Inhale, looking forward, maybe even past your toes. And exhale, tuck the chin. Inhale, eyes forward. Exhale, tuck the chin. On your next inhale, releasing the hands, walk them in nice and slow. Left hand will come to the right knee, finding that little bit of a twist, trying to align your shoulders with the left leg. Right arm stretches up nice and high, and we start to tilt, going only as far as it feels like a good and productive stretch. Keeping the chest open, you can even turn the palm to face up to find that openness in the chest, allowing the right shoulder to draw back. Nice deep breaths. Let the right hand guide you nice and slow all the way up. Slowly unwind. I'm bringing the left in to meet the right, sitting up nice and tall. Deep breath in, reach up through the heart. Big breath out, round, stretching the back side of the body. Inhale, up, lift up through the heart. You can even draw yourself forward with your hands. And exhale, round. Let's do that one more time just because it feels so nice. Reach it up. And exhale, round. Inhale, come back to center. Come back to a nice tall position. And just take your hands over the tops of your knees. You're going to tuck the fingers underneath the edges of the knees, sitting up nice and tall. Resisting with your arms, I want to push your knees towards the floor with the strength of your hips. So your arms are actually pulling up while your knees are trying to push down. And then relax that engagement. Press, just a little hip opener here. Release. One more time. Press. And release it. Now from here, just walk the hands forward and round over the legs, wherever that is for you. Maybe your elbows are on the floor, maybe your arms are out straight, just wherever it means for you. Deep breath in, big breath out. Nice strong breaths. We'll slowly walk it in. Bring the legs up and together, scoop the butt forward, and slowly lower yourself down all the way to your back. And you can squeeze the knees up into the chest. Them in nice and tight for a second. Maybe even give yourself a little rock side to side. Let's straighten the left leg all the way out. Keep the right knee hugging in. And then bring the right knee across the body and down to the floor. You can make a fist to modify, bringing the floor up closer to your knee. You can grab a block if you need to, or if you can get the knee down, that's where we want it to be. Reaching the right arm for the ceiling, slowly draw a line down the wall until you can melt into the twist. Now here, it is perfectly okay if your shoulder is floating up off the floor. It's okay if your arm is floating up off the floor, as long as it's not painful for you. But we want to keep the knee grounded to the floor, your fist, or a block so that we protect the lower back. And then gently bring it back to center. Plant the right foot to draw the left knee up into the chest. And then straighten the right leg all the way out. Hug the left knee in nice and tight. And we'll bring it across the body. Using a modifier if you need to. Left arm reaches up and then draw that line down the wall, melting into the floor. Allow yourself to really soften into the twist. Taking deep breaths. We will slowly bring knee back to center, set the left foot down, draw the right knee back up into the chest, bringing the heel across the body so we can cross the right ankle over the left knee. Maybe find a little bit of movement in the right hip by drawing the knee towards you and away. Then you can start to pull the left knee up into the chest. Now, maybe this is enough for you, but if you want a little bit more, you can get a hold of the back of the left thigh or over the top of the left shin. And deep breaths. Notice if you're holding tension in your right hip or glute or even thigh or even foot. Maybe your foot is really tense and you just got to wiggle it, relax it out. Gently release the left foot back down to the floor. Let's switch it out. Right foot comes down. Left knee pulls up into the chest, crossing the heel over so that the left ankle can cross the right knee. Finding some movement here, pulling the knee towards you, pressing it away with the strength of the hip. And then draw the right knee up into the chest, getting a hold of the back of the thigh or over the top of the shin if that's what you did on the other side. Noticing any tension you might be holding, see if you can let it go. We'll slowly release the right foot back down to the floor. Take the left foot down and walk your feet out as wide as your mat. Just give yourself a second to windshield wiper the knees back and forth. Come back to center. Straighten out one leg and then the other. Let your arms reach out and very intentionally place them on the floor, softly lengthening through the limbs. And taking a deep breath in and big breath out, releasing all of the tension. Taking a few more breaths at your own pace, just allowing yourself to soften into the floor. On your next breath in, you can reach the arms out overhead. Big stretch. Oh, start to walk the feet in. Or maybe you catch your knees and rock and roll up to sit. Maybe you roll to your side and press yourself up to sit. Just whatever feels right for you in the moment. Sitting up nice and tall, lengthening through the crown of the head. Enjoying these last few moments within the space of your mat, where nothing else exists. This last breath together, sweep your arms out, circling them up. Palms pressed together, drawing down to the heart, closing out this practice together. I invite you to just bow your head, maybe bring the thumbs up to the forehead, to the third eye, in a gesture of gratitude. So grateful that you join me and allow me to lead you through this class. The light in me honors and acknowledges the light in you. Namaste. If you have any questions, you can drop them in the comments below, or after I end the recording, you can just ask me. I'll see you next time.